money, money,
Money.
money.
Yeah, this time is for the money. My tummy rumbling on the humble, but you finna get the pie. Put you back into your mumble for that money.
What up, hip hop heads? It's your boy Sean Brooklyn, and it's a wrap. Today we got a familiar face, OG, money. We got my nigga, Ginger.
How you doing,
bro? You love us. You know?
Hey, I love you guys.
Why?
Man, it's dope. Because I like what you guys represent. I like sort of like the voice that you're carving out, and you know, it's just hip hop journalism. You know, and that's what makes it so dope for me. And obviously, I'm always in support of stuff like that that's meant to build the culture, and obviously like giving the youth a platform, to express themselves and document their stories.
But thank you a lot, man. Let's get straight to it.
Yeah.
A recent project called Tales of High and Mighty.
Yes,
Collaborating with Top Dog. Why did you give it that title? And tell us more about the tape.
So my man Top Dog, founder of this collective of creatives called Dizzy Monk. He and I met through a mutual friend some 2 and some change years ago, and we started working together. We made a song. It was supposed to be a feature on the TDK project. We did the song, and then we did another song, and then we just worked with more of the guys that are in Dizzy Monks, and then we just found that we it's so easy for us to work together. And then 2 years later, 2 years and some change later, we've got all these songs, and we decide, look man, we have to let this go now. We've gone back and forth, we've chopped and changed this, we've destroyed tracks to create new ones. We've actually done the creative process. So we should drop the tape. And the title Tales of the High and Mighty, for me, is like, what do you think of when you hear high and mighty? In fact, that's the question. What do you think of?
I think like kings.
High
and mighty.
Like upper echelon. So it's like stories of people who like royalty. But in a fun way. That's why we mess around with like a lot of game themes. And game themes, there's the game like Super Mario, he's got to like conquer the king, he's got to get up there in order to kill the dragon and save the, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that's why we thought Tales of the High and Mighty. But it was also a play on words also. It's like somebody's high and somebody's mighty.
I get you on that one. Bro, I've seen you with our P Dot, our N, our Black Ladies.
He's in Jamadot.
That relationship, how did you get that relationship with such guys?
I mean, I guess when I think about it now in hindsight that you asked the question, shout out Tinnism.com. So the first label I messed with was an independent label based in Centurion. And the producer, the in-house producer, had gotten some traction and actually produced for some of these cats before. We were working on my album after we got into talks about the contract and whatever. We started making music and everything was working out. So we were working on my album, and because they are close friends of the people at Tinnism.com, they heard my music and they gave me a cosign. So shout out to those people, the likes of P Dot, Raz, actually the first 2 rappers on my debut album, other than that, my first album,
I'm still waiting for
the outcome.
I'm still waiting for more, bro. I'm still waiting for more albums.
I mean, I dropped RTY, bro. I dropped RTY and had them. Yes, it was years ago. Then I dropped More Better. I'm trying to show you the catalog. Then I dropped More Better. And then I dropped Gang Tapes. And now I dropped Tales of the High and Mighty with my man Top Dog. So that's like 4 projects in. I don't even think people know all the projects. Yes, as far as my career, people know like songs that are out there, like the songs that popped, and shout out to them dudes who gave me a platform. Shout out to Reason and Stogie. They gave me a platform, bumping the cheese up.
Bump the cheese up, wait, what you mean 1G? Cheap much, my 16 cost 3 G's at least plus.
We had No Sleep Remix.
That's protocol, I told the moms I'm gonna be gone for very long. I'm going hard on every song they put me on. My home.
Shout out to T. All Love album. I did the Zonkies. Shout to Instro. I did shout to Champagne. I did the Zonkies on it, and then I did No Sleep remix on it. Then Reason dropped Bump the Cheese Up. Those songs got big, but my projects, cause I had a solo project that dropped, which is called ROTY. The streets call it classic. They're like F a plat. That's a classic. It dropped, and then I got into these songs, and then people started knowing about me more. Then I had the singles that were dropped under major songs like Faded by Their song.
Fitted body.
Songs like School of the Hard Knocks, you know what I mean? And they got out there like that at the time when shout out to Ricky Amantomazana was getting the spin. And shout out to everybody else who was putting me on the feature, you know, and that's why people maybe might not know the music. But I'm here as Ginger Trill to say, yo man, go back out there to my social media platforms and like go subscribe to gingertrill.com and check out all the music, you know. Subscribe to the mailing list so that you get more music, because more music is coming. But if you don't know the other stuff, you might not check for, you know what I mean? I'm pushing Tales of the High and Mighty right now, so go get that in stores right now.
I saw a young clip with you and Top Dog in Europe. What was the whole occasion?
I mean, me and Top Dog, you know, we were part of a bigger thing that was happening, and you know, that's why people didn't see us get to this point. So Cool Out, you know, a company that, you know, I've been affiliated with, you know, they're an event company. They do Cooling in the City, rooftop parties on a Sunday. You might not know them. King of Joe.
What Bindi?
King of Joe,
Hey.
17. Yeah, they do that thing. So they're a company that I've been messing with ever since, you know, like I met C's when we did I met Reason and Stogie, Motif, that whole era, that whole circa, and I met these guys and we did this joint, and then I found out, oh, this is you know, their other strong points. And then over the years I got to working with them very closely, you know. We did a couple stuff with the Cool Out people, but then they collaborated with Dizzy Monks, and then we went on this Euro tour where we showcased our talents at different places, you know what I mean? Like, it was a tour. And because that's going on, me and my man had songs. We were like, okay, we all gonna be there. And me and a couple of the other Dizzy Monk artists like Dusty Dasha, my man's, you know, shout out to Young Native too. We had done some joints, so we put it together, do these joints, figure it out, and then boom. A couple months later, me and Gogs are like, okay, cool. We went on tour, we made so much music. Let's make more music to drop music. So that's how we met him and that. And like I said, we're part of a bigger thing, but you guys just get to see what we've got to offer first.
Yeah, and I think your guys as a duo,
Yeah.
you guys are killing the game, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to that.
Thank you so much. We wanted to try something different. I wanted to try something different because, you know, there's growth only on the other side of, you know, discomfort. Yeah.
So your sound, man, are you trapping, are you rapping? You're a lyricist. That I respect. That I respect. That no one can take away from you.
Like
And the type of sound I want to know.
just to segue that from the last thing I said, you know, that you only find growth on the other side, you know. So I had to get out of my comfort zone and let somebody else sort of like present an idea to me.
Sure.
And then I push myself as a lyricist. Like, okay, cool, some of the greatest lyricists gave us like pop smashes, you know. There's arguments like that when you think about people like B.I.G. or people like Eminem, or you know, people like Jay-Z, people like Nas. They give us some of the most biggest records in hip-hop, you know what I mean, that are monumental, that I actually like. So I was like, I need to push myself and not be, because I've never wanted to be put in a box. I've always been very experimental with the way I do my thing. You don't know if does he rap in English, does he rap in Vernac, when does he rap in Vernac, when does he choose to, because you never know when the inspiration hits, you know. But I'm always trying to grow, because, you know, being an artist is, there's no destiny, there's no like, okay, after 10,000 hours you can stop pushing yourself, you know, being open to criticism or whatever. So I wanted to do something different and see what the people are gonna say. I need people to listen to the music. I don't expect people to really know what's up after such a short period of having dropped. It's like, you know, but the music will grow because we drop one video, we're gonna drop another one, then another one. You get more familiar, you get more, because a lot of people have come back to me saying, I listen more and it grows on me.
Yeah.
That's kind of different for me, but I like that because I learned something. I learned more about myself, I guess, also as the rapper, like what people like about that or what people don't like about that, what people like, because I've always collaborated, but I've never focused like, okay, a collaborative effort, one rapper, just a whole project. Always wanted to do that, so shout out my big guys.
I always wanted to ask you this question. Why did you change your name? It used to be Gingerbread Man, now it's Ginger Trill. Why did you change your name?
I mean, you know, I didn't do it myself, you know, the people chose it for me. I sort of just ran with it, you know. I just was like, okay, the people chose it. So how it happened was like, and it's always cool. It's like low-key an honor when people call you whatever it is else that you call yourself off your raps. You know what I mean? Like same way Biggie would call himself Big Pop and people would call him that. So my friends, it started with my friends. My friends started calling me Trilly because of me calling myself the trillest ever, or always saying Trill or whatever. Because since 2010. As much as I was Gingerbread Man, there was always that other alter ego, you know, Trilly the Dawn, you know what I mean? Ginger Trill or whatever. So I call myself @Ginger Trill on my social media. This is around to when I opened the account, you know what I mean? So when the name got more familiar, because you guys, the people who know Gingerbread Man, and I'm so grateful for them, they sort of know Gingerbread Man as like an urban legend. When Gingerbread Man existed, you couldn't even put a face to the name. You didn't know what he looked like. You'd never seen him from a music video. It was strictly off this underground show that was started by like pioneers of culture around here, around these parts. Shout out my man C, shout out my man Scoop. And they put us on this platform, which was actually opened by like Kid X. Kid X was the first rapper to go on there, Busta 16. Everybody was looking at it, everybody was listening rather. Everybody from home, you know, and you find out it's like hundreds of thousands, if not a couple million kids of a certain demographic, like my peers at that time, you know. So it's youth, we listening to YFM and we listen to what's hot, what's new, what's underground, what's real, what's raw, what's authentic. I went to this platform. And damn, right? Yeah, and then the reception, you know. So the urban legend of Gingerbread Man started there, and I dropped my solo project as Gingerbread Man in 2012.
Can I borrow the kid flow? I'm a son of a gun, so yeah, I'm attracted to ratchets. If a bad trick, let me tap it, I'm a ad-lib. Goodbye. Now that's how you make a smash hit.
And we listen to what's hot, what's new, what's underground, what's real, what's raw, what's authentic. I went to this platform, and damn, right? Yeah, and then the reception, you know. So the urban legend of Gingerbread Man started there, and I dropped my solo project as Gingerbread Man in 2012. But when I got verified on the streets, my handles on social media was @Ginger Trill. So other people, when they feature me, instead of asking, they publish these joints like featuring @Ginger Trill.
Yeah.
And then the streets sort of like filtered it out. That's how it happened.
Can I just throw some facts? That was the first rapper to be verified on Twitter. True, right?
Yeah, fun fact check. I don't know. I think so.
But you are. I remember.
Yeah, I believe so.
Complicated, man. In the music industry. Something called distribution, publishing, licensing. Your record money was recognized by National, right?
True.
For those that don't know how licensing works, please tell me how it works.
I mean, so licensing is like, it's like, you know, the leasing. So licensing is like the leasing, my bad, the leasing of your rights, of a copyright to use on a broadcast platform. Yeah, and that's basically what it is. And like anybody, a lot of people can license. It could go from like their, you know, a bank or a cell phone company or like what? Like what? Other companies, man, like a car company, you know, a lot of these things.
I just want to find out, like NetBank, you got a contract with NetBank?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
How long
You
is
guys
it
hear the
though?
song. You guys hear the song.
That's
So I
nice,
do.
man. Shout out.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate them. And I appreciate the people who are responsible for making that come together. Shout out to them.
Ginger, there's this new wave. These kids are trapping, man.
Yeah.
They're following the Western rappers.
Yeah.
So you feel like these youngins from SA can prove to the veterans, that's you guys,
Yeah.
G's, that they can do it without any mentorship or guidance?
Look, man. And firstly, I don't consider myself like a vet. Yes, an OG, but like a young OG. Because there's people who I think are vets. Like I definitely consider Tony Mac from Morafe a vet. Like I definitely consider Prover a vet. I consider Dukes Singana a vet. Styles P a vet. Like that's an OG. So I'm an OG, I'm a young OG, but I really do think like mentorship is good, man. Somebody could help you cut the time in half. Somebody's going to literally help you cut the time in half, however long it took them to learn these things. Like through experience, you are going to get told, hey, yo, watch out for this, or when this is happening, this is what you need to be prepared for. And okay, right now, this is the point where you're super hot, and it's the point between you doing it super big, like, or you maintaining this. You need that. And the people that I mentioned, like the OGs that I mentioned, are the kind of people that you would be lucky. Listen to me, you would be fortunate if you even got like a second of their time. You know what I mean? It's not something to take for granted, but I see it's a wave. It's almost like an internet fever to sort of like to be too cool for school, you know? To be the wild, the rebellious child, you know? And whatever. But those who know. Okay. Those who know.
Do you have like a young that you giving guidance or any mentorship?
Anybody who does this thing.
Yeah.
Anybody who does this thing and is younger than me is my youngin. So, you know, some of these kids like are my sons. There's a lot of kids like even in the game, kids who are like currently rapping right now who are my sons. You know what I mean? But we you know, it's like I don't have to have one person. Me, it's like if life brings us, you know, our paths cross, you know, I'll give you some game depending on do you need it or, and it's gonna be an organic thing. It's not gonna be on some hey man, you know, I don't wanna OG everybody. I don't wanna be everybody's big brother. Fuck, hell no. You know what I mean? It's like, but because I've got my own stuff, you know, that I'm doing. But like sometimes when you happen to just see a young shining star, I think it's a responsibility to sort of like do whatever it is that you can do, like whatever little contribution you can, you know, to push it a little bit further, you know. And that's how I go about doing. I pick the young bros from like the talent. If I come across them and like, they're really super talented, I'm like, whoa, this is like really amazing. That's what make me gravitate towards them. That's what make us gravitate towards one another. You know, you gotta filter out, man. Everybody can't be dope.
No, that's true. So tell me, bro, like hip hop in SA, you think it's at its peak or still getting there?
So you got kids who like teenagers, almost, or were just teenagers like the other week, making hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions, or millions and some change. all by themselves. Do you not think that's progress?
That is progress. No lie.
I think that's progress, man. I think if that's where we are, you know what I mean. Okay, maybe it's 1 kid, 1, 2, 3 kids, but if that's where we are, it's further than we've ever been. If you speak to somebody who's been at this for a long time, if you speak to Reddy D, if you speak to Amu about the state of hip hop a couple years ago, he will tell you, man, you weren't doing nothing without label, man. He'll tell you that, you know. And this is somebody who's a pioneer in rap because he made it his responsibility because he's from rap. This is an OG who did that. Like when Zola blew up, this man was there and they were making hella racks. Him, Zola, KB. I mean, he's an affiliate. Yeah, I mean, he's like. Lance is his quote, man. Lance is his OG, as he says on a podcast that I listen to. You know what I mean? But like, that's the vibes. Like, my man knew that he could have been a white star, and he chose to. But if you ask him what it took, if you ask him, if some Sawa and them or Mzambi and them. Did they do it independent? Do you think they could have done it independent from high school back then?
Nah.
Shooting a video, what type of hassle was it back then?
It was a hustle, no lie.
And shout out to them guys actually for being. You see, they help the kid. They laid the foundation because they're helping the kids of today cut the time in half. You know, and do it themselves. So I think, yeah, hell yeah. Everybody has nothing to be mad about, which means it's only gonna get better.
But the kids have to be happy that they got social media, man.
The kids told us. The kid told us, y'all need to be scared, we got social media now. That's what they said, and that's a real thing, because you see it, and yo man, for me, it makes me happy, man, because I never would have imagined this. When I was in high school, man, I had to get out of high school, like, you know, like skip rope, like Hantu Mengi, so am I gonna jump in? And you're not sure because you gotta pick the right time. That's what it was for me, like, in high school about rap. I knew I wanted to do this thing, but I was like, but I gotta go to school and whatever after this, you know, I gotta get a higher learning. But how it, you know, after high school, like only when I was like 23, 22, 3, I was like, okay, some of these guys, you know, from high school, they know, like, you know, kids like Kitini went from high school straight into the league. You know? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So what am I going to be mad about? You know what I mean? And then you got other kids under him, you know, same age as him, who are bubbling up off of themselves, you know?
Like a big hash, bro.
Like a big hash. Somebody from the, you know, city of Pink, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Place. So somebody like, I also mess with this kid called Solve the Problem from the Internet Wave. W Gang all the way. Shout out to the producer, also 808X. But
Champagne 68?
69.
Oh my bad.
Shout out to you know, shout out to them. Shout out to Champagne 69, man. The internet. Shout out to kids like, you know, Patrick Lee. You know, doing crazy numbers, man. All by himself. J Molly, Frank Casino, all indie. You know what I mean? You never had that before. Ever. So to see it, it's like, what a time, though.
You think you can work with these upcoming?
I'm always down to work, man. I mean, I've been on song. Shout out to Hash actually for putting that together. So now I have a song with Hash and Patrick Lee. You know what I mean? I did a song with Mikey and Bessa from Internet Wave. I just did a joint for a young upcoming shorty, Dreyway. You know what I mean? Shanja, I just did a song with her. There's just so many guys that I've worked with who are young. JSK that featured, we still need to do it right. You know what I mean? We just did a song with J Smash, Kitini, Fresh Boys. You know what I mean? So I'm always working with young guys, man. We just did a song with like DJ Clen, you know,
that's my
Tweezy,
that's my home.
Straight out of Manu, you know what I mean? Shout out my man Manu, you know, shout out Punchline Gang, you know, Punchline ZA. So I'm always working with like the new generation. The exclusive, we still gotta get it in. Luna, we gotta get it in. Florentino, young Florentino Papi, we gotta get it in. So I'm always trying to work, you know. I'm here for it. I'm for the culture, man.
So tell me, Joe, what can I or the people expect from the Trill gang going forward?
I mean, expect a lot of great things. GingerTrill.com is under construction right now because we're doing dope things. But right now, all you guys need to do is focus on getting this Top and Trill Tales of the High and Mighty EP. Hashtag TOTHAM. Hashtag Totham. Also, we're doing the launch of this EP on the 29th at an Immigrant Bar, Braamfontein, 4 p.m. to 11. Pull up. Ladies pull up, you know what I mean? Get sexy, I know it's winter, but it's daytime. No. It's one time this launch. During the launch of the EP, me and Top Dogs at the Immigrant Bar in Braamfontein on the 29th. Doors open at 4 p.m. Yeah,
we need
man.
that. We need access to it.
For every guy that comes through, we need 3 girls. So you come through with 3 girls, come through with 3 girls, come through with 3 girls. Champagne for the ladies. That's what we're doing. Tales of the High and Mighty. Me and Top Dogs doing it big, you know what I mean? Getting on to it big.
Bro, people, where can we get you on the social media?
On the social media, just follow me at ginger_trill. That's at ginger_TRILL. And on Facebook, it's go to my page, which is Ginger Trilly. But on all other social media, it's at ginger_trill. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, Tumblr. I'm gonna open my Tumblr account.
And that was Ginger Trill. Don't forget to get me on www.copola.co.za. Get me from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. bringing you nothing but the freshest international to local celebrity news and nice music.
I'm no celebrity, I'm a pop star.
It's a rap. I mean, literally, it is a rap. And it's your boy Sean Brooklyn. We out there. Rap. We got the segment called On the Rise. On the hot seat, we got Junior Gray.
What's up? What's up? Know what it is. I got them all in their feelings. I got them tripping and limping and acting like they never actually see it.
What up, homie?
What's up?
Good, man. So, Junior Gray, we familiar your name to the SA Hip Hop Daily Show?
Yes, sir.
So, you like familiar, man. You've been with SA Hip Hop Daily. How did we get you? I didn't get you, but how did the family get you?
I mean, it has to start with the homie JP.
Shout
Because, you know, I think he was the first person to make me take rapping seriously. He's the nigga that put me in the studio. So, from there, you know, the nigga just put me on. And I think that's when the SA Hip Hop Daily recognized me.
Okay, at the age of 12, kids were playing around, you were doing poetry. What made you do poetry, bro?
I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I'm just like I'm a deep nigga, you know? And at the end of the day, I think like the way I view life, I like to paint a portrait of it just for people to see the way I see things, you know what I'm saying? So that's when it started. So I started writing poetry, and then it obviously moved into rap from there.
So which means your rhyme scheme is nice.
Yeah. Well,
something like
I wouldn't say it's nice, you know.
Yeah.
But like, you know, yeah.
Fast forward to 2017.
Yes,
you
sir.
joined a crew called the Wolves Entertainment. The Wolves Entertainment? Wolf?
Yeah, Wolves Entertainment. The Wolves.
Bear in mind that there's A1 Wolf. Isn't there like complications in those names?
Nah, there's no complications because we're both like we're different. You know, the music they create is very different from ours. So I know that we're gonna stand out very differently. You know, it's no disrespect to the homies. You know, it's just that when I created the Wolves, like the artists that I had are like a bunch of dudes, like hungry dudes, like animals. You know what I'm saying? They get in the studio, they get back, and they, you know what I'm saying. That's where I got the Wolf from. It's like these niggas is hungry.
So who inspired you guys? From Odd Future, you know, Odd Future's also Odd Future Wolf Gang.
I can't say anybody inspired us because we don't even really pay attention to other rappers. Yeah, like we just do our own thing. The minute we pay attention to other people, we're gonna start complicating things. Maybe we're gonna start stealing their ideas and not know that we're stealing their ideas, you know. So we don't even pay attention to them.
So in the crew, you had a trap producer. Where else you are the MC rapper? How was that experience doing the mixtape?
That experience was hard, man. It was hard because I'm so used to rapping, you know, boom bap, like rapping punchlines, bars, and things like that. So that's the kind of music I grew up on. And now that trap music has come into like the industry and it's so big, it was hard for me to adapt. But just because like I'm an artist and I'm a musician, I did it. You know what I'm saying? And it was confusing at the time, but like I think it took me where I needed to be for me, you know, to realize exactly where I'm going and what kind of music I actually want to make. Because now I can just do a mixture of everything in an album. So yeah.
What kind of trap are you guys? Are you guys about the north trap or the street trap, where like you guys rap about yo, I'm in the club with a lot of bottles, or yo, we're trapping, we're slanging drugs, we're in the streets. What kind of trap are you doing?
So a whole lot of street trap.
Yeah.
Because we don't even cap on like the lifestyle that we're living in our music. You know how people like trappers mostly will be like, yo, I'm pulling up in a Benz. Nigga has never even seen, like his parents can't even afford that kind of Benz, you know what I'm saying? So we don't do that. So it's street rap. We literally talk about the things that we see on the street and things like that. Yeah.
So you decided to be a solo artist and you dropped your mixtape, Beyond You and I, 9 songs on the EP.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about that experience, like more about that wave, how you were riding on that wave.
When I dropped Beyond You and I think it was very scary for me to make because I was worried about the feedback. You know, most of my listeners know me as a rapper, and on Beyond You and I put a lot of like trap. But the only reason why I did that is because I want to accommodate, you know, the new generation too, because I feel like the direction they're going to, you know, sometimes they get lost, you know what I'm saying? The music they create, we're going in a different direction, and I felt like if I do it through trap music, I could give them a message that'll uplift, you know, people that are busy viewing the dumb shit, things like that. Yeah.
That's nice though. That's nice. I won't lie. But a lot of trap artists lie, man. Rappers do lie.
Rappers lie.
I won't lie to you. Rappers do lie. That's doing no great lie on the tracks.
What am I? Nah, I don't lie on my tracks because every story that I tell is not only my story. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm telling someone else's story. So I ask someone to give. Maybe someone is going through, like one of my homies. He had his girl get pregnant. You know, the situation was bad, and he gave me the story to put it like onto a beat, just to like uplift people that are out there, so you can listen to the song. People that are going through that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't lie. If I'm talking about like I'm chilling with girls, no, I mean that. Shout out, ladies. Shout out.
So soon after you released your second tape about last night, and for the ladies or lady, how did the people respond to that?
Yeah, man, about last night, I think I'm more proud of that tape than Beyond You and I. Because what I wanted to portray on About Last Night, like, it was portrayed like exactly the way I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? And the story the whole tape tells is like maybe like everybody does certain things, you know, during the nighttime we go out, we do our things, we have fun, drinking, you know, having fun with your friends. But then I wanted to make it more intimate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we talk too much about drinking and alcohol and hanging with friends, so that's why I wanted to reach out to the ladies and be like, yo, these are the certain things that happen sometimes, you know, and mostly it happens during the night, so yeah.
So you from Johannesburg, but which part of Johannesburg are you from?
South side. South side, you know what it is, that's where we at, you know what I'm saying? But I live in Omonde, you know, just near Gold Reef. That's my side, you know what it is.
So tell me, what's the difference from south side to east side to north side?
Honestly, from my point of view, I feel like in the south side, you like people grind more, you know what I'm saying? In the north side and the east side, they get things so easily, like they ain't shit.
Okay, from the north, man, I'm from the east. The east we can about.
You hustle.
Yeah, I won't lie though, we are hustle.
Word.
But from the north, people from the north are privileged though. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Thing is, what you need to understand is that people from the south is that, like, I don't know why, but most of us, we have to do it ourselves. There's no one to help us, you know what I'm saying? In the north side and the east side, you got your homies, they got your back, you know what I'm saying? In the south side, it's just hate. You know what I'm saying? It's just beef. Everything you do creates beef. You spit bars, people catch feelings like, is this nigga talking about me on that track? Like, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So the south is more, for me, it's more real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So 2019, Picasso Canvas, my nigga, you switched up your whole sound. Tell me, what have you achieved on that project?
Oh man, I just know how to play with flavors now, you know? With music, I can get on any beat, I can tell any story. But then with Picasso's Canvas, I want, like I think with me, all my tapes, I need to tell a story. I don't want to just drop a tape. I want people to hear something. So Picasso's Canvas was like, from, like, I was going through something at the time, and I wanted to tell that story of like, why did I get there? Why am I going through this? You know what I'm saying? I want to tell people, how did I get there and how did I make it out? You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, I mean, Picasso just made me versatile. Let's put it like that. Yeah.
I remember in another interview, I interviewed you at the radio station. There's a track that you played me, and you said it's your intro. Why did you choose that as your intro? Because those are just bars, bro. Why did you choose that song? Actually, what's that song called? Is it just an intro?
Yeah, it's called intro. It's just an intro.
Wow.
It's just an intro. Now, the reason why I made it an intro is because we don't hear bars no more these days. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all about bars. This is the hip hop that we grew up on. You know what I'm saying? So when I made that intro, I wanted to reach out to the real niggas, the niggas that know what hip hop, what music was like back then, to what it's come now, to what it's become now. Because all the people that are coming up right now, they don't really know what hip hop was like back then. They don't even pay attention.
What are you, 2000s baby or 90s baby?
I'm a 90s baby. 2000 ain't me, my nigga. That ain't me, my nigga. I'm a 90s baby.
It makes more sense. So tell me, what can we expect from Junior Gray in 2019? Brother.
Honestly, you can expect a lot of singles, music videos. The Wolves, we're gonna be dropping a tape soon as a group. The crew that I formed, as a group, we're gonna be dropping a tape soon. And yeah, performances, we're gonna do a lot of that because we've been working to make that kind of music where you can perform. You know what I'm saying? So we've got to that point right now. So we're just gonna kick it, get on the road now. So yeah.
So where can people get you, like social media?
Junior Gray on Instagram is Junior Gray _ZA. Yeah, I think that's the only place you can get me because I don't like social media.
But you must know that social media is like a platform where people get to see who is Junior Gray.
I understand that, but I feel like the stories I tell in my music will make you know exactly who I am. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it like comes to interviews, like cause we homies, you know, cause I understand you, we homies, we're cool. I love the interview and it's easy to like communicate about anything, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, interviews, your words can get twisted up, you know what I'm saying? So I like, in general, of all things, like music has to be the one that speaks the most. When you drop a track and it plays on radio, it's gotta speak for you, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how you tell
the kids don't get radio play, man. The kids don't get radio play, man.
The kids don't, they don't. But it's this country, man. Like music isn't like taken seriously here. I don't know why. But us young people that are coming up, we're gonna put music right there.
That's why I got my own segment on a radio station. I play
Word.
nothing but the best music. But for now, we're concentrating on Junior Gray. I need those bars, bro.
You need the bars.
I need those monkey bars or those jail bars. I can't rap, but I'm.
Yo, name is Junior Gray. I rep the South Side. Yeah. 30 seconds before the disaster hits. At 30 seconds of slowing down this approach, cause I leave hashed out prints. A different element that takes the pain away as well as cinnamon, then into the adrenaline. Yo, bringing out the child like David Letterman. Dog, see I'm at ease. Clip for the cigar, the bossy boss can make the stars come down to his knees. Addict for the trees, when he breathes the weather changes as it makes the ammo sneeze. Yo, shit. Look, they like it better when I speak, my heart is relevant. Fly boy surpassing what is excellent. Where the nigga sound like every song's a living testament. Exposing all my skeletons, it's therapy lyrics. It's written solving like a specialist. Chase the good side of things, I am not a pessimist. I'ma let them sleep on all that sentiment. Yo, ain't that what niggas about? Sleeping on you cause you done figure shit out. I'll be building like the weight that's sat on Bill Gates' account. I get better cause my listeners keep me out of the doubt.
Boy, Sean Brooklyn.
So segment, cut my.
We got Rise. We got a new show called Rise. What?
On the right.